3 years. So
3 years.
you have to keep record of the 3 years. Your PTSD invoice chronologically in order.
Okay, since we have computers now all over the world,
Yeah.
can you file instead of separate filing, on papers, can we put them all in USB and keep the USB up to 3 years?
Mm. So yeah, we electronic record keeping is
is
okay.
that allowable?
It's good. Yes, I may say it's preferable,
Mm.
but as long as you maintain those records, meeting the time requirement.
Can you be more work closely with us in what I'm talking about is audit, because I don't want to be 5-6 years later and then you audit me and say, you owe this much money, you cheat tax and all of that. Sometimes we, not intentionally, but it happens, So can you audit us? Audit is a good thing, man, because audit not only help the government but also help you to keep your business records straight. So if there's a little leaking somewhere in your business, you'll find out. So audit is good. Are you going to be able to audit at least, not 3-4 years later, but maybe a couple of years, and then audit so we know where we are?
Yeah, should be able to.
Yeah. Okay. People are afraid of audit, especially those who are, playing with cheating tax and stuff like that, But, it's good. To me, I look at it differently. It helps me to see how my business is going. And plus, when you go to the bank to borrow money, you're going to need that information in order to get a loan, right?
True.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. Okay.
Sorry. Nanya workshop magitra sil pora related labingila ministry of agriculture officers in wood park. So nanya video kalkuramleamentelne okorne attention kalwasi قد ما الماء أولدو ارتقال الأضرع ما كيت مت كيت بري غورد ارتير من موال غورا بردن إني كذا خذ مال في نقول بقى المرة 2020 لا بدول راجرسا يصير البول ماني عنيسو
تنور مرتلو شيء قالوا
مو شيء تباي كذا باي واسي ما كنا ما سوينا كغير البيزنس ما أضرع ما كيت المسؤول maral ki pare or hindi regal help partir wasi ay gida cook expense nga tegi namle revenue nga set telo tela wal tele la business let ya maral nga ka karngi la sel domestic ngo sembay ngo suwid mo si mungil operator tial tele la umalgel.
Here's a question from Shanghai. Okay, I know her because she calls when we have a new public forum show. She calls. Anyway, she's in Shanghai. Okay, Burkett, the question you have sent to us is here. Ali, we're using the VAT system. They're using VAT system. How do I ensure you're collecting all the VAT? Okay. Do registered business get VAT refund? Okay, you got that?
Yeah.
If so, when do they file for refund?
Good question. I'll answer and then Ian can add on if I miss something. But yes, the system, the goods and service system that we're implementing is a charge and credit system, meaning you get credit that can be refunded.
I see.
Right. So currently, examples, they may have instant refunds. Australia has instant refunds. New Zealand. Our system is designed at least currently how the law is written is the credits that you get if you pay more taxes than you collect them. You keep that. The next month that you come to file your next PGST, we can offset with that credit. After 2 months, after the 2-month period, then you apply for a refund.
I see.
After 2 months, and that 2 months that we keep the credit is for us to audit and make sure everything's in order before you apply for a refund. It's kind of protecting the revenue and also enabling us to verify.
We have to monitor the refunds carefully,
right.
credits carefully, because months you can get it if you need it, but you can keep it in there and just claim it for the next month. If there's only $15 left, you might just want to claim it.
It's to offset your taxes.
Yeah.
As a general rule, most people won't have many credits. It's only if they, say, buy a car or some big asset in 1 month. We would hope that people are making a profit and not having too many credits.
I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, well, if you didn't, you can call us again if we did not answer your questions or explain to you the questions that you asked. I want to give you some information in the sense that what I heard yesterday at the park, I'm more likely ako ay sila sing nakatagay ka sira utas mo magarati improve tel lo si kalmiura ay kagin tawara taxe excuse me. Number one, PA system was poor, hard to hear, people. So we keep saying, can you turn it up? They maximize it and still didn't get to us. We're sitting right there and we have to go real close to it, but yet there's a lot of noise, people, the traffic and all of that stuff. So it's a waste of time. So how can we make that more effective to get these information to the public? The people also that were there, they had a separate questions, but they were not really explained themselves correctly or something like that. So they asked a question and they were not satisfied. So they came and sat with us, and then they expressed themselves like they didn't understand. This is no good program and all of that. So if we can, what I'm trying to say, if we can centralize this whole thing, and write, like overhead demonstration of how it's done, written, we put it on the wall, we televise it, I'll be willing to help, free of charge, because after all, at the end of the day, I'm still Palawan, so we put the business aside and concentrate of how we can reach the people, and the more I think they understand it, the better for the country and also the business. Okay, this is just a comment.
I appreciate the comments, and we take note of it, and we'll make sure that we improve on how we deliver the information. So we'll look forward to better collaborations with partners and see how we can improve and make sure that the information is delivered in a comprehensive and in a comprehensible way and clear.
This is what I'm correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have planned for it, then disregard what I'm going to say. I strongly believe, like, if you find a place where everybody, all the instructors going to be there, okay, and all of us in the private sector, media, and all of that stuff, we go there and try to help the government to disseminate these information to the public. Just like what we did this morning, we called, I really appreciate that, the government and private sector, we work together, we, in a minute or less than a minute, we called and then they approved it, and then right now we're live in the radio station, the 8AA, so we appreciate that government, and together I think we can get this thing over with, people will be better understand the tax system that we are going to use for the rest of the world. I don't know. Okay.
So lang ini selik pila kalbi tutul mo matakil wasi yak na malmol malkay ngasaw may gigida agim nga kasi makana si edel mutul mo ngil mo superior at bolungil mo.
Come explain the said proposal mo lugar nga sa Australian government have set up.
I see. So ngayon nga maybe I'm speaking English for this also. We have, because we can talk and sort of what happened yesterday also is when we talk about tax and we get the technical, people lose track. I would lose track as well if I was outside of the tax office. So what we're planning to do and what we're gonna do is we've got equipment for video productions where we can do specific videos to address questions, or we can do comprehensive videos, but then we accompany it with graphics, and that can aid the understanding of the concept.
Ah.
So and I ask that you and the other our government station can help us disseminate that information. So and also help us improve in how we deliver the message.
Mm.
So we're going to be doing video productions so we can focus on questions and technical questions that can be explained with graphics that can sort of make it easier to digest.
So where is production studio going to be located?
Well, we've managed to make space at the tax reform office, and we'll be working on setting it up and beginning. And we're with this, we also have support from the Australia Tax Office to help us with making sure that the message is clear.
And what I'm suggesting for you guys to do is to have enough audio plugs that we can, like my radio station, if I want to broadcast it in live, I just walk right in there and plug it into that phone jack, and then we get the audio and send it to the main station and broadcast it. That's for audio. Now for video, you also have to have a video available for those, like I can do video also, we can broadcast it to YouTube, so I think when you start it, invite us to come and participate so we know how to do it, and together I think we can get this through, Okay, so it costs you nothing. For me, I don't speak for others, but for me, it costs you nothing.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Really appreciate the support. Any thoughts?
Obviously, the small videos of what is sale PGST, how you do it. We think if we've got that with simple brochures to explain the concepts, and we can have all the technical legal stuff on the website if you get desperate.
Okay.
But we don't want people to be reading the law. It's too complex.
Okay. So we have done the taxable supplies, and that's the next and zero rated supplies. Did you cover all of those?
No, maybe we'll go ahead and to discuss zero rated and exempt supplies. So we have zero rated supplies, and these means these are supplies that are charged PGST at 0%.
Oh,
right. And then there's exempt supplies, those supplies that we don't charge any PGST on them. This is only specifically to the application of PGST. So the list of zero rated supplies, they include goods for export, so sort of supplies that we make to export, aircraft or ships going to a destination outside of Palau. So these are sort of the service provided there, not charged PGST.
Yeah.
A fishing vessel going outside of Palau because it's leaving. Goods supplied to repair, renovate, or modify temporary imports. Temporary import, because import temporarily and will export. So that, and then services for use or consumption outside of Palau. Services directly in connection with goods that are temporarily imported. So services and repair, hook service and more repair, either import to export, then prescribed medicine to a pharmacy, medical clinic, or hospital licensed to operate in the Republic of Palau. So agar amo zero rated supply. And then plastic pellets.
Excuse me. I get items for promotions. Let's say a politician order 2,000 T-shirts and bring them in, for not for resale but for promotion. Are you going to tax that?
Yes, because there's no it's not listed under zero rated or exempt supply, and then if it's not for commercial use, the personal threshold kicks in. So anything above 400 is taxed with a PGST of 10%.
Okay.
So and then plastic pellets again $100 or $200 again pellet ralmo.
What tax I gave?
Yeah, I gave zero rated supply.
Okay.
And then of course I gave glass malubing butilya I gave tool mabli ladrong. I gave zero rated supply.
I see. I see.
Diesel talto en dia ko club lo say zero rated supply lo say ali PTSD ali abi galak tring import galak tring manufacturing sila blu malu production sila blu sel tro supply chain ingel agro tring PTSD registered ingel galak tra PTSD ring so mon ko sel indigal wagel plastic pellet saltu malu albebia aral man baral man sel alo trur ingel kumbalet sum PTSD
Seblan liaran branche.
Moi say
Elotrur.
moi say
Segideng martas ko.
ingel PTSD company so man ingel lotra niya PTSD company ang magiging halat 10% din see
See.
Yes, any additions on zero rated? Oh, sorry, I think I remembered what I was trying to say. So, mulway sell zero rated supply. Mangwa uluguma prescribe medicine. Well, malugong uluguma akara mrur belaw zero rated supply. Mung sell al motor mora hospital mora tara kumbali yung makalit tra PTSD. Hindi even though zero rated, I get lakadal mula pa muro sel karas claim a PTSD at sumum liharan. So I got side yoringi. Sila wala matigat kal mo ka. I gave ulong magamle import te kal ahara PTSD.
Kadung o nga ela talalakar. Popular ela toklara mli bo nga ngari doctor ra pharmacy ra ang ngi dela yano ela sila lang require a PTSD.
I think we're zero rated local medicine.
Sales to the pharmacy. Yeah.
Okay.
The most common is often exports. If people are selling to overseas, they can claim all of their credits and they don't charge PGST, so they get refunds fairly regularly.
Okay.
So the good thing with the zero is that because it's still zero rated, you can claim all the credits as I think you mentioned before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then exempt supplies. Ilang difference or zero rated ma exempt. Zero rated you charge PGSP at 0%.
Okay.
Exempt was completely hindi ang charge hindi nga. One loss is zero PGSP hindi nga ngani klaro sila the treatment.
Okay.
The exempt supply lo kala financial services. So loans, deposits, investments, derived interest, securities, managed funds, insurance, retirement savings, credit under installment sale agreement, guarantee. I get all financial service ada kalbol ngayon lang PTSD.
Oh. Okay.
Did I miss anything on the financial service?
No PGST is charged and you can't claim any credit. So if you buy something from somebody with PGST charged, you can't claim a credit.
Yeah.
But you're not charging it, so it's just flow through.
Yeah.
That's to make it easier because it's for financial services. Adding PGST to interest would be rather complicated. So we just say no PGST charged and no PGST claims. So they're basically not.
Okay. Other one, taxable supplies.
Yeah. So I think did you wanna question the taxable supply? Gigita ko ramle basically gigita ko ramle the zero rated ma exempt. So if my question instead lenche.
Yeah, on the other question, most questions that I had has been answered. Okay. Other one would tell list of items you want to cover. Then I'll bring out taxable supplies, a definition of taxable supplies. Can you define that?
Taxable supplies, yeah.
Definition of taxable supply.
Do you want to define taxable supplies?
Yeah, they're the supplies that you make in the carrying on of a business that are not specifically zero rated. So in the general case, if you're running a business and you are carrying out sales, then you will be subject to the taxable supply rule. It's almost everything you supply unless you can find it in the zero rated or exempt. It's pretty well everything. But it's got to be obviously related to a business carried on by a Palau.
I see. O mesin na time tuloy kung uno makasto ang ultra klaro. Ay klaro mo ultra taxable supply. At kaya siya wala siya wala ultra gigit supply. Sige daw ko na limpyo tulog so din. And we silver technical ang gigit ko exempt to zero regular block.
I see.
Kita mo to lang. Aning taxable supply hindi ka deal hot hindi ka service. PGST at charge taxable supply of goods and services.
Okay, you're listening to T8AA and also the US Broadcasting Company, WWFM. And if you have any questions, you can call us at 488-4848, and we're going to try to see if we can answer your questions, okay? If not, let's continue on.
I think that's what we can cover today, like the supply.
All right.
And if the update gigil mo visit agil kumbalil amo compulsory PGST company sagil required by law gilil mar PGST kung mo lo para visitor deliver information gilil registration round of it kasi it's an ongoing work of delivering those registration packets. It's just information on what to prepare for in the upcoming registration. It's still ongoing, so if they haven't gotten to you, they probably will soon. We've covered maybe probably half of the PTSD compulsory companies. And then I also want to also remind that be on the lookout for those workshop dates. That we will hold rasmi kami during mongil masaya mongil focus nga niya wala screen sa dami sa ikagit graphics wala presentation.
I see. Como para like a state lo siya sa.
Why siya so mga niya wala mo niya klol nif malsa base. And kada ko the balas reach out to ka station ng Alma Media o hindi man sabi at sumang mo kura tiyan man kura sam agil tiya at tiyagidan maklol kung balin mo PGST ng club is a process involved rin matriyagidan lom na sa mo register sa PGST tigil volunteer
ja ko men sabi den med mot okra studio men ko uspe overhead men ko iron by iron more training film. So all you have to do just give it to us and we put it on the air.
Thank you.
Yeah. And at the same time we take our audio and then we do it like 6 months, 7 months, until people get tired listening to it. Then they learn. Yeah. So I recommend them. I'm willing to come and sit down and learn the whole thing, how you're gonna do it, and then we provide support.
Pagkakita nga kalorang na blue, kasi ilang kami mo masadra taksan mo, wala mga lilana, kalip na klol, mga linalginan mo, klongit klod, rin ginawa, tiyan mo alim.
Hindi mo ba sa hindi ka ada sa wala tax?
Moy say.
Kaya bring luri.
Moy say. Ding, moy say, hindi ka all the necessary evil, I think, Ian.
You have to pay for government somehow.
Malum a service man siya that provide service in Marva Club.
Yeah. Okay. Well, man, 1 hour went. If you have, can you continue on or?
I think that's
it. Okay.
I want to say that my friends don't want me to talk tax because I will not stop. I can talk about it all day.
Yeah. Kaya awal po lang nga grand opening basically ni the Dr. Cuarte is going to be. They're having a soft opening at 10 o'clock this morning, so I have been invited to join. Tirgan yung invitation, please witness ra del soft opening ra clinic ra Dr. Cuarte in Nasil Erbaira Tasagel Malurang next and para Tasagel. Okay, so lang dorang asuliar beklat, especially those Palauans that thinking about returning back to Palau, that you need to learn this new tax system. And I think once we implement this new tax system, we're going to have more revenue, to come into our government. We're kind of ashamed to ask for support all the time, Australians, our friends from Australia, they donated. I think they donated us a new medical supply software to control the disbursement of everything. You know, I mean, it's fully automated. Again, Australian government, donated. You know, and the ambassador was there last Thursday. I think it was yesterday when we went, and demonstrate the whole system, and it's really good because you never run out of medication. When you have about 10 bottles of Tylenol, you know, automatically put them on order, you know, and it's right here before you know it. But anyway, we thank you so much, especially the Australian government for helping us, and anytime when I can be a help to you, Director Elway, don't hesitate to call. Yeah, let us know, and then we'll be right there with you. Okay, if you want to say a few words, you know, to the audience, go ahead and say it, and then we close our program.
Ya kaki maldi malmam loreng asau leon ngitra kling asau makal loreng ida the sodi tiang apa tungi keluar le dapat maklia besel taxing in the long run in klungyolet.
Okay.
At the same time, with that note, your very kind and generous words and support. I also like to, express my support for this station, for Mangarel Palau, our partners in the media, and then of course AGB for giving us Ian to work with us, and then of course our partners from the Australian Tax Office, Taiwan, and the Philippines.
Okay.
Okay.
May God bless you all, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye now.
Say